This is how you mount the 1010 Scotty bracket to the 2606 pedestal mount from Scotty. So you should have the 1010, you got some 5/16 nuts that came with this unit, 4 5/16 1-inch long bolts. These ones here are 1.5" by 10/32 bolts, and these are 10/32 nuts. So I'll show you how it's done. So first of all, you need to basically take these small 10/32 nuts and just place them in the 4 holes. There's sort of a guided slot there. The holes hold the nut, like that. And then what I found is using either Scotch or masking tape. Scotch works a little better, I think. You basically take a small piece like that and just stick it over top of the nut, like so. So we'll put that over top of this nut, sort of press it down so the tape is all secure. This will hold the nut in because these nuts are normally inserted and you can use your finger to hold it in if it's mounted on a 10/26 swivel mount. But on this bracket I found that you can't hold the nuts in, so a little bit of tape will fix that up. Then you take your Phillips screwdriver and just poke a hole in the center of the nut. So you're just basically just getting rid of the tape so the bolt has a place to come through, and so that way the nut stays in and the bolt can actually travel through. So we'll put that there. Now what we need to do is we need to put this over here. We need to put these nuts in the top plate of your 2606. So you just sort of push them in with your finger. They do go in. They're tight fitting, so they will work themselves in. And what I found is if you basically just take one of these and finger thread it in, and then take your screwdriver, which I dropped on the ground, and just thread it in, and if you keep turning it, it'll actually pull the nut up into the spot that you need it to go into. It just locks the nut more square, so you're not having to cross thread. So you do that to all 4. So we'll turn that like so, and we'll back this off. Go one more here, and one more. That's one pulled up. And one last one. Dropping that. And you go like this. There we go. So now you're ready with the tape. Just make sure the tape is all pushed down on these really good, holding the nuts. You just place it on the top. Place your 4 nuts or bolts in there, I should say, 5/16 bolts, and just get them started with your fingers first. It always prevents it from cross threading. So you can zigzag the tightness. Just snug them first, snug all 4, just to make sure that it's seated and sitting proper. I always like doing diagonals just because it keeps it evenly tightened, like that. Now these are the 4 holes here, so you're just going to line up your 1010 with that 4 holes. And again, you're going to just drop these into the hole and just lightly finger tighten it. You don't want to be pushing down on a nut because it'll push the tape out and you'll have to redo all this. So you just want to finger tighten it like that, just to get them started. And like that. So I'm just gonna not push down, I'm just turning the screwdriver just to get it started most of the way. And I'm just gonna do this one just to make sure they're all started. And then we're going to do this one just until the nut's below the surface there, or the bolt head, I should say. And then you can finish tightening them all down. So this will go down like so. And when you're doing this, never push down on the screwdriver, just rotate the screwdriver and just let the nut pull itself through, or the bolt pull itself through. And we got one last one here. You'll feel a little bit of tension there because it's bolt is rubbing on the inside, but that's okay. You just, as long as you're not pushing down until the very end when you tighten it up. And there you go. Your 1010 bracket mounted to your 2606 riser. Thanks for watching.